Today, I want to talk about emotional violence. We've had all of this discussion of violence in our country, especially with the shootings that we've recently had of black men, as well as this horrible event that occurred in Dallas where a sniper was taking out white law enforcement officers from the roof of a parking garage. And I think that we've focused a lot on violence in terms of our society, in terms of guns, and in terms of the things that happen with school shootings and with acts of terror. You know, the stuff that kills people. But I wonder if we've focused enough on ideological violence, the words that reduce other people to objects, or worse, to nothing. The words out of both of our political movements in our country, major political movements, the right and the left, that reduce the other side to valueless, or worse, malignness, malfeasance, evil. Is it time for us to change our national dialogue? Is it time for us to create an understanding among people that if they are not speaking from peace, love, and understanding at all times, if they move the needle of their speech over to the negative, the demeaning, the degrading, the dehumanizing, that they are making a huge mistake in communication? There's a woman named Sally Cohn, and she has a video up. It's a TED Talk that she gave, and it's called Emotional Correctness. And I think the title is What About Emotional Correctness? I think that's the actual title of it. Sally Cohn describes herself as a lesbian liberal talking head on Fox News. And she says that emotionally correct people are the people who are kind and warm and supportive of each other, and that much to her surprise, she found that at Fox News, many of the people practiced this emotional correctness. I think she gave the example of Glenn Beck. You should really check out the video. It's really something. And since I'm posting this video on my blog, I will link to Sally Cohn's video, or TED Talk, on the blog at drwolfshipon.com. I think we need to be nicer to each other. I mean, just generally. That if we want to change our violence landscape, our actual physical violence landscape, we need to change our emotional violence landscape. And I am as guilty of this as anyone having emotionally violent tendencies, especially in my political language. I just did it yesterday. I think I called Mr. Donald Trump how did I put it? Serial liar, narcissistic, orangutan clown monkey or something. Maybe I didn't use orangutan. I think I did call him a clown monkey, whatever that is. Do I believe those things about Donald Trump? I do. I really do. Do I have to say it? I said it to make an impact on the person I was disagreeing with, arguing with. I wanted to use the force of my words to redirect him off what I thought was a potentially disastrous point of view on who's qualified to run the United States of America. But does that speech, does that language win anybody over? My friend, who I was trying to convince, already really solid on who he's voting for. I'm not going to win him over. I'm not going to change him. Sally Kohn proposes in her video that if we really want to win in the national dialogue, we have to be warmer and more emotionally correct with each other. And I think she's probably right. And I keep slipping up, even after having played that video dozens, if not scores of times. Let's renew our emphasis on peace, love, and understanding in our political dialogue. It would be great if there were some way to measure that we were doing that and to measure the effect. But I believe that if we do that, if we all reform, including me, somehow it must make an impact on the level of physical violence that's occurring too. Maybe if we can change our national consciousness around emotional violence, we will change our national behavior around physical violence, both internally, domestically, and externally, internationally. Maybe we don't have to be the actors on the world stage that we are when it comes to actual violence. Wishing you a connected, warm, loving, emotionally correct day full of peace, love, and understanding. God bless.